Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Um, if everyone's wondering why I've been missing the last day, I've got all these components that are under here, and I had components that were in multiple drawers. In fact, there's probably still mixed diodes. There's heaps of drawers that have just got mixed things in them that aren't sorted out. You might all remember last time the top of this was not populated and these top drawers weren't populated. So I've gone through and sorted out components I've tested that I bought recently that were good, components that were in mixed drawers, components that were under there that weren't already sorted out. So basically what I've done is everything under here is just now spare stock. Stuff that I got from Jaycar warehouse clearances, like random capacitors and stuff. Half watt metal film and 1 watt carbon film resistors, more resistors ready to go. The common values I use, I buy in bulk kits. But what I'm doing is I've bought, these were on sale for $15 each, these component boxes. So I bought 5 of them and another 3 of these, because I don't know if everyone's noticed before, all these drawers, even after sorting them out, as you can see, they're all packed full. But the thing is, I had, again, multiple different things crammed into the one drawer. So now, as you can see, everything's organized. So I'm happy with that. So I wanted to buy like 5 of them. They only had 3 of those left. I tried to buy 6 of them, or 7 I think, and I had to keep clicking down until it let me buy them. I literally bought the last of the stock. There was none left in the Croydon store. Yeah, so what I decided to do is keep all these kinds of small boxes, and probably these ones too. Probably not so much these big ones. I might keep them for something, but I'm going to put shelves up. This lab's about to get a new floor in here, and the walls are going to get painted and shelving's going up and new desks and that, so I've got more workspace because it's getting packed in here. I'm going to put shelves up, and I'm going to keep like surface mount components just in these sorts of boxes on the shelves. I'll probably put some laminate over the top so the texture doesn't keep wiping off all the time, but yeah, I've been really busy organising everything. That's where I've been. And so basically these 4 boxes, which this is sub-ohm to meg to gig-ohm resistors, and these are all my 1%, what is it, E12, half watt metal film range. That's going to fit in that box. And then these 1% metal film and quarter watt metal films and other 1% metal films, they're all going to fit in this box. Actually, yeah, that box. And then here's what I want to do again, because see, a lot of my components are all in these little boxes, so I want to get them properly organized into these. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sorting out components, and then yeah, I'm gonna have honestly, it's going to look like a bigger collection than what it was, but in reality it's just because things are sorted out. The only new components I've got really is some resistor packs, some transistors that I bought recently, and a couple little packs of pots. And some capacitors. But I'm not putting those in my drawers because those are cheap, shit quality ones, so they're just going to stay in that box. Yeah, in reality, this is just me sorting out. Like I only did my logic ICs a few weeks ago, if you all might recall. All of those were crammed into a few drawers, and I was missing a few, so I bought a couple of kits and added it all in with my crammed drawers and then sorted that out. So yeah, it looks like a lot more, but it's not too much more. It's just organized. But the thing is, at least I can not have to rummage through stuff. I hate having to go through these boxes that are all stacked up and, oh no, that's not the right box. Oh no, that's not the box. You know what I mean? Yeah. It'll just be easier, 3K3, 2K2, 1K. You know what I mean? Open the drawer, grab it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. So, yeah, I've got a bit of organising to do today. I'm going to do a video on a couple of things. After I've done this, I'm going to do some work on this supply. I still, as you can see, I still haven't touched it. I've been that busy the last couple of days trying to organise stuff in here. What else? I've got some videos coming up on components. I'll probably do one more component video because, as I mentioned in that video, when I bought all these 2SC 5200s and 2SA 1943s really cheap, I said I bought some more from other suppliers, just like not as much. So I got these lots from one supplier, but they're different batches. Like there's two batches of 233, I think one's 248 and one's 238 or something like that. And then, but incidentally, half the batch numbers of these ones are also the same as the ones in those. So we're going to HFE and VBE and breakdown test them and all that. When those, because that's all the 1 watt carbon film resistors I've got. This is why I've ordered carbon film resistors, because I'm missing a ton of values. So yeah, when the rest of those rock up, those will all get put into drawers. Well, one lot of drawers. Those will go in the top lot of drawers. These will go into those drawers. I should be left with 1 or 2 spare drawers and still a few more of these little containers. I'm sure there's another one here, yeah, there. For all my SMD stuff. So I'll have, still the small containers for future acquired components that are SMD, and I'll have 2 lots of drawers for through-hole stuff. So I should be good, because I've been collecting components since I was a kid. I've pretty much got everything, so I don't see myself needing too much more drawers in the future. But there again, I don't know. I have seen other channels out there like Michael Dranfield, and I kind of feel like I'm going to end up with an acreage full of drawers eventually. So who knows? But at least I have enough for now, and I can sort out all my stuff. I'm not rummaging through drawers and rummaging through containers and digging under the table and all that. You know what I mean? Like I can see what I've got, read what I've got. Incidentally, that's the next thing I've got to do. After I finish stocking drawers, I need to sort crap out, because, some drawers are great, like this is all just capacitors, monolithics, multi-layer ceramics, like the old school, like AVX style things, or your monolithics, NKTs, polyesters, electrolytics. Great, it's all capacitors. Then you look at some other drawers I've got, and it's a mixture of Zenas and diodes and inductors and fuses and tantalums and op amps. Yeah. Were they PWM chips, I think? Like optos. Is that a it's a thyristor, isn't it? Triac or something. Yeah. You get the point. AD737 with a TL082 in it. You know what I mean? There's just so much stuff in here that doesn't make sense, because, as I need to store stuff, I just store it, and it just ends up, it grows, but it's not organized. So after I eventually get all my components completely organized, in drawers, then I've got to go around basically and sort of put all the capacitor drawers next to each other, and all the drawers with diodes. I'll probably go, like electrolytics, monos, polys, MKTs, you know what I'm saying? And then go, small signal diodes, power diodes, Zener diodes, more interesting diodes like pin diodes, tunnel diodes, all that good stuff. And go on to like small signal transistors, you know what I mean? Like I want to, So I've got a lot of work coming up. I'm not going to be doing it in one go. Like, for example, the reason this is on the table here is because I'm just doing that now, and then I'm getting to work. Tomorrow, or maybe later tonight after work, I'll do these 1 watt resistors and these 1/4 watt metal films into these drawers. And you know, when my 1 watt carbon kit arrives, I'll put that into those. And yeah, sorry about that. Just realized to hit my power button. It stops recording when I do that. Yeah, so that's where we are at. Incidentally, I'm going to start tearing down all of this because we're going to be starting on these amp builds soon. Like I said, I never designed the preamps for them, but there's buffer boards, thermally compensated outputs, power supply. I just need to pull all the parts out of here. I've got all the 4 new caps, as you can see. There's no busted tags on that one no more. 2 huge ass transformers. 4 35 amp bridges for each one. Said heatsink for bridges. Oh no. Right, I got more good news. Incidentally, guess what has arrived? The new lead for this. Silicon. 6 cores. So I'll be doing a video on that. I'll be doing a video on this because I got some work to do on that today. When I've finished organising all my components, I'll do a video going over my new layout of components. What else did I have to say? Oh, the multimeter, the parts I had to order for my multimeter, I ordered them in bulk, you know, because they're common parts. And let's see if I can click this up here. Because they're common parts, I need them. Well, I ordered 2 of these and I received 1 AD737JR. And I needed 2 062JRC op amps. I ordered 4 of them, so I had 2 spare. Oh, sorry, no, I needed 3. And I ordered 4, so I had at least 1 spare. And I got 2. The only thing that I actually sent the bulk in was the CD or HEF 4053s. So I've ordered more from somewhere else. They're coming. But the annoying thing is there's 3 of those in this multimeter and I want to change them all. The reason I want to change these 3 chips that are in there is because the thing was exposed to battery acid and it started getting funnier and funnier, and then all of a sudden just stopped working. And the pins on things in there look like, you know, the oxidation sort of stuff had wicked its way up into the actual chips. And I tried cleaning it up and all that, but you know, it's obviously inside. There was even bits of the board that were destroyed. You'll see when I start the video. Like, I've had to repair traces, I've had to repair via holes that didn't go through to the other side anymore. Yeah. Anyway, when at least another one of those rocks up, we'll be fixing the Tektronix. But almost all the components for that are here, so that's going to be happening. I don't even know that I'm going to be able to fix it because I don't even know that it's chipset problems. It has very, very erratic behavior, and you know, I've literally point-to-point tested, from what I can see, every connection and trace in the goddamn meter. I've spent like a week on it. I found vias that didn't go through the board. I found traces that were broken. I cleaned everything, fixed everything, you know, and then it went from, you know, being erratic in the sense where you twist the board, it works and flickers and stuff, indicating loose connections, to it doesn't do that now, but it just sort of goes into overload on every single range. But then if you touch certain areas of the board, obviously, you know, bridging stuff with your hands, it'll go out of range, and then other times it will just work sporadically. So now I'm thinking that there's chipset problems as well. I really don't know what's wrong with this meter, I'm not going to lie. I've spent a long time going through it, and if I had to take a guess, I'd say battery acid has wicked up into chips and destroyed chips internally, or there are traces inside the PCB itself that have been eaten, and unless I can find exactly what trace it is somehow and run a bodge wire, I'm pretty well screwed. So we'll see what we can do, but I figured the parts are dirt cheap these days for it because they're old parts, you know, like literally a couple of dollars each. So just order them all, just replace everything in it, do another quick look over of everything, you know, try and make sure the reference voltages are stable and all that. And if it works, good. It's going to be out of calibration because when I was going through it after about, you know, a good week of fixing traces and swapping op amps around on the board, because there's 3 op amps, you know, and taking the 737 out and testing it out of circuit. And, man, I spent so much time on that meter. I ended up sitting there actually starting to wonder if calibration pots and stuff like that had oxidized and they weren't making a contact. And obviously the only way to work that out, well, I guess I could have used a multimeter, but at this point I'd grown pretty impatient, so I just twiddled them, you know. I tried to put them back exactly where they were, but anyone who knows multimeters know that it's out of calibration now. So that's all good because I'm getting some pretty decent equipment soon. Like I'm going to get a 3440-1A and I'm going to get it calibrated, and I'm going to get a PVDS Mini 2. I'm going to get a few different things. You know, I've already got some really high accuracy resistors and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll be able to calibrate not the craziest equipment, but pretty good equipment. Certainly a DMM 916 I'll be able to calibrate. So, you know, first there'll be a repair video, and then once we can ascertain it's working, you know, then later on there'll be a calibration video, so that's coming up. What else do I have to tell you guys? I feel like there's something that's slipping my mind. Yeah, I got a couple component tests to do. I think I might have been saying that before, but I went off topic because I've got all these small signal transistors that I'm not sure about the quality of them. The ones in question are all these. Some of them is from multiple sellers, so I've kept them separate, you know. So we've got a lot of analyzing because literally everything in this box, this is the unknown box. So any transistors that you see that are, you know, in these boxes or these boxes over here, you know, over here, those are all 100% legit transistors. But any that I've got that I'm not sure about, you know, they come from dubious sellers, they're in this box. So I want to go over those. I want to test out these new 2SC5200s I've got. Incidentally, I got some monolithic capacitors to stock up on, just some certain values, and I was shocked because they actually came in with better ESR and capacity and everything than my brand name ones that I bought. I don't even know how to explain that. They came from AliExpress. I did breakdown voltage tests and everything on them. They came in flying colours, so I'm not going to do a video on that. But when the carbon film resistors rock up, we'll check their tolerance, we'll check the inductance of them. What I'm thinking of doing, because I've got so many of these 2SC5200s and 2SA1943s, I think we'll take, you know, like one of each from each batch, and we'll smash it open, because I really, really, really want to see the die size in there, you know, because, you know, there's a lot of transistors that you could have a way smaller die in there that's still got a lowish gain and a high breakdown voltage, and it doesn't mean that it can handle 15 or 17 amps, depending on which version you've got, you know. So I want to see inside them. I know what the original dies look like. This is not, what I'm about to show you is not. Where has it gone? What the? This is not the same die. This is a totally different transistor, but just for reference, the die in there should be I can get this to focus. About that big. And you know, it'll be, if it's legit, it'll be neatly oriented in there. It won't be all, you'll see what I'm talking about if we've got fakes when we get into one. So that's going to happen. I want to break down voltage test and VBA, HFE. I want to go over some resistors. I have a few other capacitors to test. Because some other monolithic values I'm running low on that I haven't got yet. They haven't rocked up. Like, as you can see, I literally have 4 of some. Yeah. So when they rock up, if they don't test out good, I'll include that in that video. But yeah, that's it. That's why I've been busy the last day, and that's why I've been busy the last day, and it's why I will continue to be busy for the next probably couple of days. But yeah, I'm still here. Don't stress. Alright guys, I got to get to work now. I'm going to start, or should I say finish organising components, and then I'm going to do some work on this. I have a very, very good plan, and I know it's going to work because I already plotted it out on paper and had to think about the circuit. So I just have to implement it and give it a go. But it's good because it means that my original design that I wanted to keep, I'm going to be able to keep. I found a workaround for it. So that's good. Alright, thanks for watching. Sorry if it was a short video, but I just wanted to update everybody. I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. Thank you. Somehow I don't think those other 2 boxes are going to last empty for too long. I just realised I have these 2 drawers of 1/4 watt carbon film 170 values, and little 1/4 watt ones. So I've got those 2 to sort out. Yeah, I think all those drawers have just gone. See you in the next one.